All right, we're back. And I already have 5 likes. They cut into the last stream, shut it down. I couldn't get back on. They shut my phone off while I was talking, shut it all the way off. And then I couldn't get back on the stream. So welcome to Beyond Babbitt. Your host, Brian Anthony, reporting for duty. For those who say that the military don't do a right hand, whichever one you think was right hand, that was the right hand. Okay, let's get back into it. We're going to jump straight into it. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. It must be something here that they don't want to get out. They actually turned my phone off in the middle of it. So we're back. Thanks everybody for watching. And we're going to, yes sir, finally. They're trying to stop the news, Joe Berlin. They're trying to stop it from getting out. And Joe Berlin, they're blocking a lot of your comments as well. I don't know who you know or what you know. They're blocking a lot of your stuff when you send it to me. So, okay, here we are. So I have preloaded the video again in the description box down at the bottom. And right now, Joe Berlin, it shows I have 0 people watching. And I have 5 likes. How is that possible? Anyway. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So what we were saying, what we had gotten to, is that we're blessed right now. That the fox is no longer guarding the hen house. They had the fox guarding the hen house. And I better move fast because it doesn't look like I'm buffering, but who knows? They might try to stop it again. So I'm going to go through it really quick. So Trump's plan is for the immigrants to remain in Mexico. It's a slap in the face of the New World Order. It's a slap in the face of everyone who signed onto the UN migration plan. They thought they were going to do like they did in Africa and Europe, flood, North Africa and Europe, flood it with immigrants and take it down and then bring it back up under the New World Order. No, Trump has outsmarted them. Okay, so we're going to get into it really quickly. So they're going to bottleneck at the border. There are thousands more on their way now. Trump is going to shut it down. Nobody's getting in. They're going to remain in Mexico. It's going to tax Mexico instead of taxing the U.S. Instead of taxing our infrastructure and wasting our taxpayers' dollars, it's going to tax Mexico. That's great news. So they're going to be stuck there. They're going to have to be housed, fed, and everything else in Mexico. They're not going to be allowed to come in. We're only processing 60 to 100 asylum claims per day. And Trump is saying if we can keep them in Mexico, we'll be able to double that. We'll be able to do anywhere from 120 to 200 asylum claims per day. Okay, now this is where it's going to get tricky when I mention the other guy. So why did President O weaken the southern border? Remember, he weakened ICE. He introduced the catch and release policy. Basically, he fired a lot of people down there. Less numbers of border agents. Also, he turned off all our southern satellites and everything, so we couldn't see what was happening coming from the south. President O did all of that. We know that the migrants coming, when they were farming in the original Guatemala and all those other countries, they were chanting, "Yes, we can." They had the fox guarding the hen house. Who taught them that? They just picked that up on their own? The news report tried to say, oh, well, they were doing it first and President O borrowed it from them that many years ago. No. These groups didn't exist back then. You see? So we know. Now I have 5 people watching. Now 6. Okay, thank you. They tried to take us down. It's not working. Okay. So the migrants are chanting, "Yes, we can." And then there's video floating of people giving the migrants cash, giving the migrants credit cards with the UN logo. And also there's a video of a lady, American, coaching them on what to say and what to do to get into the U.S. and to get asylum. Telling them the lies to tell, basically. Tell them this story and they'll have to let you in and so on and so forth. Telling them where to go and all this here. They had the fox guarding the hen house. Shew Fox, shoo! All right. Okay, so the takedown of America was planned at least 8 years ago. I'd say longer than that, but it went into effect about 8 years ago when President O was elected. We know who put him in. We know he had ties with the Saudis. We know he had ties with the Chinese. We know he had ties with the Russians. We know he had ties with CIA. And he had ties with, well, let's get into it. So Fast and Furious happened, right? The gun running. And I had described for people who don't know what kind of guns there were. They were shipping guns down south to the Mexican cartel. And they were going to tighten the gun laws in the U.S., saying that all the killings and stuff on the border were happening because they were coming over here getting guns from the gun show. And they were fully automatic weapons. So for those of you who are not familiar with what a fully automatic weapon is, okay, fully automatic is not pop, 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 or pop, pop, pop. No, that's not fully automatic. Fully automatic is rapid fire, military style. They don't sell that at gun shows. They do not sell that at gun shows. They had the Fox guarding the hen house. They were going to use that to take away our Second Amendment. It gets deeper. Okay. So the U.S. was a signatory to the UN Migration Pact until last year. Who put us in that pact? We know who. The Fox. The Fox that was guarding the hen house. See, this was all planned. And so the same person who put us in the UN pact introduced hate speech to the U.S. Who introduced hate speech? You remember. The last guy. The Fox. So hate speech is anything they don't agree with. You say something they don't agree with, they say, oh, it's hate speech. They can take you offline. They can put you in jail. And now the UN Migration Pact has introduced migration speech. Yes, sir. It's all by design. The UN Migration Pact has introduced migration speech, which means if you criticize open borders, if you criticize the migration or anything like that, you can. It said it's punishable by prison. So there are anywhere, some say 196 countries, some say 204 countries in the world today. All of them are signed on except for about seven. Except for about seven, including the U.S. The U.S. was a part of it until last year. Thank God for that. President Trump has removed us from this pact. Okay? So when the Fox was guarding the hen house, he was going around saying, he was encouraging illegals to vote in the U.S. elections. He said, if you vote, you're a citizen. What? No, you have to be a citizen to vote. You kind of reversed it around there. You kind of took things out of order. That's not how it works. You have to be a citizen to vote. And you have to be the right age in the right district. You just can't just vote and be like, oh, now I'm a citizen. Well, that's what he said, and that's what they did, and that's how they were winning. No ICC. What is? I don't know that. Okay. So the takedown of America was planned at least 8 years ago. And what's happening now is MI6 is trying to stop President Trump from releasing classified documents, from declassifying the documents and releasing them about the FISA warrants and the Russia, the Russia Gate and all this other stuff, how they, the procedures that they went through, because it's going to implement them, our allies. MI6, British intelligence. Well, it's not only the MI6, the Five Eyes were in on it, and that's 5 different intelligence agencies around the world. They were all working together, trying to take Trump down before he even got in. They wanted the Fox in the hen house. Trump is standing in the way of the New World Order. Trump is an elitist. He's not a globalist. Not a globalist, and he's not with it. And he is trying to outsmart him right here by making the migrants stay in Mexico. It backfired. They thought they were going to do like everywhere else, like Merkel, how she destroyed Germany with the migration, and how Theresa May destroyed the UK with the migration. All the European countries have been destroyed. Just free reign, just letting people just come in. Nothing flows like that. When you think about it, even in mechanics, everything has to have a filter. You just don't let something just free-flowingly come in like that. You have to filter it. Everything, period. Whether it's your body, whether it's a car, truck, computer, there has to be some type of filter. You just don't open it. Whether it's oceans and lakes and no. There are filters. There are filters. Everything has it. But they're trying to remove that. So if Trump declassifies these documents, it's going to implement all the Five Eyes, all these spy agencies. And we're going to know they weren't our allies. They were our enemies. They are they're globalists. They're with the New World Order. So I'm going to list our allies. I mean, everybody claims to be an ally, but these are those who not just talking, not just with their mouth. These are those who actually did something. So these countries have refused to sign the UN Migration Pact. Austria, Hungary, Australia, Switzerland, Israel, and Taiwan. They have all refused. And the U.S. was a signatory. Oh, yeah. The U.S. was a signatory, but thanks to President Trump, we have been removed from that pact. These are our only allies in the whole world. Everybody else is lip service. See, with these guys, since they haven't signed on, if we hang together. Everybody else is just talking. You know, they may be backstabbing us. You know, oh yeah, we're your friends, we're your friends. Well, okay, well, do something about it. Stand up with us then. If you're not going to stand with us, then you're just talking. You're selling us out. So, not Germany. Germany is not an ally. Germany is on the other side. Merkel is the enemy. But Austria, Hungary, Australia, matter of fact, we have a new naval base going up in Australia. Thanks to Australia, we're going to try to hold China back. Switzerland, Israel, and Taiwan are our only allies in the entire world. Because they had the fox guarding the hen house. The takedown of America was planned. The things we're seeing now, planned a long time ago. It was put into effect at least 8 years ago when they had the fox with the catch and release, firing the ice. I mean, just firing generals, U.S. generals, weakened us from the inside, you know. And then, see, we have Spanish speakers who translated what the migrants have been saying as they come. Yes, we can. And I hate to inform you. I'm pretty much about to wrap up. I hate to inform you, but I know. I just know that man is coming back. That man is coming back. But for now, the fox had to Shew Fox. The fox is no longer in the hen house. So, what do you think about that, guys? Let me know what you think. Leave a comment now below. Like, share, subscribe. Get this message out. They stopped the last stream. They turned my phone off while I was talking. For a long time, I couldn't even get back on. I was able to type in there. They took the stream down. Now this one, it looks clear. No buffering, no anything. Great, you know. So thank God for that. So anyway, let's get this word out and hold the border. We don't know how long we can hold them. The U.S. judges, 9th District Circuit Court, they're on the other side. They're part of the fox. But Trump's found a way to get around them. We're just going to backlog all the migrants in Mexico, and the plan is going to backfire on them. They thought they were going to ship them through to us. It buffered on your end? Uh-oh. So they thought they were going to drain us, tax our system, but it's going to backfire on them. But we don't know how long they can keep it up because, as the migrants said, Russia is coming to help them. And the UN is coming to help them. So, but for now, until something else changes, Fox is not in the hen house, and we have some type of defense mechanism set up just to keep things as normal as possible in the meantime. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Get the word out. This is your host, Brian Anthony, with Beyond Babbitt. Over and out.